We'll start with you. You've been a cop in New York. You've watched the events unfold. You see the police, 800 of them now have been hurt. Rocks, bottles, Molotov cocktails, bricks, 800 hurt, couple died, other innocent citizens have died. You see anarchy, police stations burned, vandalized, looting. Now a whole, half a city taken over. It's bad out there.
Yeah, I mean, Sean, what about the police officer in Las Vegas who took a round in the neck and is now paralyzed from the neck down? I mean, where are the protests and rallies in support of him? Are we losing all this? I mean, did we forget where we were? Did we forget how many of these people have gone out? These police officers died in the line of duty, have come home injured, paralyzed for life. I mean, for what? For $30,000 a year? Now, Sean, regarding this incident that happened in Atlanta, which yes, of course, any death is a tragedy. Let's get that out of the way and acknowledge that. Having said that, what would you do in this scenario? You had a subject who was pulled over and stopped for allegedly driving drunk. You're going to let him take off in the car and potentially hurt someone? Then he violently resists arrest, steals a taser, points the taser in the weapon at one of the officers. And by the way, one of the assumptions being made by a lot of commentators who have no idea what they're talking about is you're assuming that the officer chasing him knew it was a taser he was pointing at him. It wasn't his taser that was stolen. It was the other guy's taser. When someone turns to you in a furtive motion and sticks what looks like a weapon in your face from 3 to 4 feet away, I mean, what reasonable person wouldn't respond to defend their own life? Just a simple question.
Yeah. Up to that moment, Dan, now just from your police background, well, let me go to Geraldo. Geraldo, you've always been a supporter of the police, the 99%. You're also an honest critic of the 1% of dirty cops. You're a fair guy. Now you see it's happening all over the place here. Let's get your thoughts on the big picture. Seattle, now Atlanta. And, you've been doing this 50 years. To me, decades of community relations with the police are down the sewer.
You're right about that. So we should start in Minneapolis, where Derek Chauvin, the cop involved there, is not only a murderer, he's also Benedict Arnold. What he has done to this country. He has set back community police relations a generation. All of this anarchy, all of the rioting, the looting, the disrupted lives, the protesters, the agony, the pain. I lay right at his doorstep. He's beneath contempt, Sean. He is beneath. What he did to all of us should never, ever be forgotten. Go to what our friend and colleague Dan Bongino has said about the cop not knowing about the taser and all the rest of it. I feel sorry for the cops involved, but I feel a lot sorrier for the family of Mr. Brooks and obviously for him who's now dead. You never shoot a guy in the back. Now, you can hear on the tape the cops say, he got my taser. So you're not going to argue that he had some other weapon. He's a drunk driver. He's running away with the taser. Where's he going to run? How far is he going to run before he runs out of steam? He's a drunk.
You don't know
Dan,
what you're talking about. You have no idea what you're talking about.
Stop with the personal attacks, Dan.
No.
Really,
you
seriously.
Have never been a police
don't tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. I have eyes. I'm a citizen.
Geraldo,
I've been around.
You have never walked a foot post or engaged in a foot pursuit in your entire life. Don't you dare be a fraud right now.
I have spent countless hours with cops. I did a special called the first special called Blacks and Blue. Blacks and Blue. I did the special. I reported the special. I hung out with the cops. I grew up with cops. I was put through law school by cops. I know cops as well as you do.
You have
you can no longer when you get shot in the back, you're shot in the back. Where's he going to go, Dan? Where's he going to go before he runs out of steam this drunk?
Who fled and pointed a stolen weapon in the face of a police officer.
You don't get shot in the back for that. You don't get shot in the back. What do you want?
This was a simple drunk driving incident. You're being an absolute
by defending the indefensible, you make all of your arguments dull. Because
Geraldo,
you've got to be able to call. I love cops. I think they're distrusted. I think they're dishonored. They feel dishonored. They feel disrespected. They feel over-criticized. They feel undervalued.
It was a legally, although tragic, use of force. You have no idea what you're talking
I think that
about.
Sean
And
is
the
right.
only
A
person
jury will be
humiliating
called.
themselves in this interview is you.
A jury will be called on to
idea what you're
decide.
talking about.
A
This is
jury, a
disgrace.
criminal
All right,
court
guys,
jury.
I gotta break it
A
up.
criminal
Let me-
court jury
guys,
will be
put me
called
up.
on to decide.
Got to end this. Thank you both. When we